All you have to do is close your eyes and listen.
Welcome to TSGG Chat. I'm your host, Kevin Bork. We've got a great show for you this week. This is the 5th episode of TSGG Chat. We're going to be talking about all of the best of E3, and we're going to be handing out our E3 Awards. But first, head over to tsgg.online and sign up for our weekly newsletter. It's completely free, and it comes with a welcome gift for becoming a member. Also follow us on Twitter at TheSosGG, and watch our YouTube videos. When you do, make sure you hit that like button. I'm turning into a robot. I'm leaving that in. Fuck it. When you do, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you like what we do, please consider going over to patreon.com/TSGG to see the many subscription levels that we offer. For just $1 a month, you will get early access to almost all of our podcasts and videos that we offer for free on services like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, YouTube, and more. Now let's get the show started by meeting our panel. Today, we only have 3 of us. It's myself, Jake, and Brennon. Thanks for being with me this week, guys.
No problem. Feels like we live here.
Oh, it's been a long week, as you can tell by that intro. E3.
Greetings.
All of the
fellow
best.
humans.
Let's do all the best and some of the worst.
Want to start with the best, or
Well, just say things that we liked about it, stuff like that.
Oh,
I liked
God.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you did.
Of course. What a surprise.
That
The
was-
Microsoft fanboy likes Microsoft.
All
Weird.
I liked.
Strange how that happens.
Bethesda was good.
Bethesda was pretty good, too.
Todd was good.
Todd was great.
Todd was fantastic.
Yeah, that-
as
Todd
always.
is legendary.
That was the best part of Bethesda.
Yeah.
Todd came in.
Todd was the best director of things.
Yeah.
Phil Spencer probably second.
Yeah.
And then
Phil was very good in that presentation this year.
especially
Third.
the CD Projekt Red part.
That was
so good.
yeah.
What a reveal that was. Nobody
What?
saw that coming.
Nobody.
I mean,
Jake did.
okay. Nobody saw the way that they did it coming.
No, that word for word, Jake said that was going to happen.
TSGG Chat episode 4 right at the end. Go ahead and take a look and just hear me talk about it.
Guys, he never said anything really.
He didn't
He said,
never
"Yeah,
say anything close to that."
Cyberpunk, that'll be there. Good job, Jake. Very
Yeah, that's
bold.
about
You see
all.
the
Very
finger
bold
guns I'm
prediction.
doing right here?
Yeah.
Finger
I
guns.
was on your side. You pushed me away. No big
You did. No.
So good. What a
Nice try.
trailer.
Yeah, it was
Insane.
fantastic.
It was gorgeous.
Definitely thinking that's probably next gen.
for sure.
Yeah.
I really hope not.
It is.
I think if it was this gen, we would have had some sort of time frame.
But you think separately for Ghost of Tsushima?
No, because that's a Sony property. They don't do release dates. So
Ironically.
Yeah.
Control was the only one that had a release date on it.
yeah, their Spider-Man, which
2019.
releases in a few months, didn't have a release date,
Also funny.
which is not funny. That's just weird.
Kind of dumb. Honestly,
Yeah.
you're not promoting your game, and when it comes
Yeah.
out, it's
So
whatever.
we're kind of hopping around a little bit, but let's
Yeah, we're just
kind of
gonna hop
narrow it
around.
down.
Structured.
So what? Let's go around right now since there's 3 of us and not Brett. Hi, Brett, wherever you are.
Anthem.
He's out there. Actually, when we do our awards, I have his responses. So
Yeah.
he-
What is it? Anthem.
he will be here. No, it's not that.
Really?
Really?
Surprising.
I know. It's going to shock you all.
So let's go around right now. What was everyone's favorites, whether it be game or show? What do you think, Kev? What was your
Favorite what?
E3. Favorite part of E3.
My favorite moment?
Yes.
My favorite moment of E3
All together.
altogether is so hard. There were so many great moments, but if I had to narrow it down to just one thing, probably the 50 games.
Damn.
That was good. That was good for sure. I would say mine is the about the combined 40 minutes of stopgaps and stalling in the Sony show. It was really
That was your favorite
really
moment?
brilliant. I
get-
mean, it was
did you
very
get,
vindicating
That's
as a
sarcasm.
Microsoft fan.
Did you
I
get
enjoyed
good
it.
rest during that period?
But
Yeah.
seriously though, Tsushima was definitely a high point. It was in such a weak show.
So-
It can't be my favorite
But
moment.
we're talking. I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, as a part, like Ghost of Tsushima, whatever it is,
is
Ghost
the word.
of.
He's struggling.
Yeah, I can't say that word even if I wanted
Tsushima.
to. Yeah.
It's an island.
You take off the
In
T, and
Japan.
then it's literally the phonetic spelling.
So, anyways,
of the word.
Ghost of Tsushima. That was a great moment. Period. Not only did we saw it.
Pretty sure that's what I said.
I'm going to say that Ghost of Tsushima was the best gameplay of the show.
It definitely was one of the biggest parts. Yes,
Best
'cause
gameplay shown.
you got to see some pretty intense things, especially if it was just a PS Pro and not next gen.
Yeah, that was a PS4 Pro in 4K demonstration.
So back to what Kevin said though, the 50 games, because we also mentioned back in a couple episodes beforehand, because we were talking about our predictions. Microsoft said that it was going to be their biggest, baddest show. They were coming in strong, and they did. They came in literally, as I kept saying it, pretty much. They were out to box. They were ready to
Throwing
go.
hands,
Yeah,
for sure.
catching. They were ready to have people catch some hands because 50 games. What was it? 15 exclusives.
52 actually. Then that day after,
Insane.
On the showroom floor,
50 total.
he said 50 games, 18 exclusives.
There it is.
15 world premieres.
Exactly. Insane. So much
All
stuff.
just in their conference.
And you saw
that is,
And then the following days, they had even more reveals in their live streams. So they had this E3 well prepared. And this is more important of a statement going forward.
Oh yeah.
This is more than a boxing match. This is a bold line in the sand. Declaration of war for the next gen consoles. Yes, Microsoft lost this generation. There's no way they catch up now. It's too late. They know this. So what better way to go forward than to announce 50 games, exclusivity, new studios that they now own, adding to their
5.
repertoire.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, the boss says, by the way, we're working on our next gen console. And he drops the mic and he leaves.
That was insane.
Yeah.
So me and Kevin, I'm pretty sure we're both pretty much Sony fanboys. Pretty much. Well,
We
Sony, you are a big Nintendo guy. I also love my Nintendo too. But
Yeah.
Sony was one of our biggest things, and it's probably one of the biggest things that we talked about.
Well, for me, growing up, my whole life has been Sony and Nintendo.
Me too.
I've never had Xbox. I've
I
never had a reason for Xbox.
I bought them all.
So, I mean, the only reason I would have is to be a collector of the item, really, because I get all my games through these two companies.
Right.
It's what I know. It's what I love. And then this generation, I was interested in the Xbox One, and there were a few games that were coming out
Scalebound.
that's one of them that was going to lead me to purchase an Xbox One. And then one of those games was Scalebound, which got canceled, so I didn't get the game. I didn't get the console. The other was Halo 5, which turned out to be a dumpster fire.
Meh.
So I didn't get that one. And the other one was Gears 4, which turned out to be a dumpster fire.
Hey,
And I didn't get that
it
one
was
either.
alright.
It wasn't as
From the hardcore Gears fans said it's trash.
It was trash.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'm gonna lessen the blow.
Yeah, so
I mean, I actually, when I had an Xbox 360, oh shit, I should probably go back a little bit and say what I liked about the show. Honestly, Xbox won me over too. The Microsoft, the 50 games, and then at the end of it, my favorite part of it, which I also
I've still
proclaimed.
yet to say mine. Jake interrupted me.
You
and
said-
then he went on a tip.
You
right?
said Ghost of Tsushima.
No, I said it was definitely a strong moment, and then you interjected, and here we are.
Okay,
so only thing you're saying right now is your personal best moment.
yes.
Correct.
That's it. What was it?
Oh, is it back to me now?
Let's go back. Yeah.
I want to know what it is.
It got to be that Cyberpunk 2077 reveal for sure.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
I mean, this is the company that raised the RPG bar for this
yes, they did.
generation of gaming,
Mm.
and as someone who's beat the game numerous times.
And they say their company motto is RPG first, everything else second.
Right. And
their philosophy on DLC too is
a lot
something
of
that
free
is
stuff.
very amazing. Well, they write right on the materials. I don't know what version of The Witcher did you get?
I got the original, and I
You get
bought
the-
all the DLC afterwards.
Okay, so I have to show you something.
Is it the collector's one you were?
It is. Inside that, there's a little pamphlet. Did you get that in the regular edition too?
Was it the thank you letter?
It's a thank you letter that says, "Thank you for buying it. We've worked really hard on this. We understand the importance of the price point. You are going to receive 16 DLCs at no cost."
One of which was New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Which was just awesome.
That's great.
I mean,
Like, it's a company that understands games cost a large amount of money, and they understand the value of $1, and they want to make money, but they're not out to rip you off.
I agree.
They're out to make great games. They want you to pay for them, and they want you to be rewarded in your purchase, which is a fantastic company. That's anything that they make, I will always support
Absolutely.
because they very well deserve it. Jake, so your favorite moment was the same?
Yeah, it was the same.
It was the same.
It's hard not to because I'm a pretty big fan of CD Projekt Red in the sense of The Witcher, so I like The Witcher not as much as Brennan though, but I still like it an exuberant amount. But we're talking Cyberpunk 2077 has been in the back burner for so long, and then when you come in and literally steal the show from Microsoft at the end, it's
No. They helped Microsoft steal the show. They were
Yeah.
on the Microsoft stage for
Yeah.
a reason.
Well,
Which I
I
also
mean, they
predicted that, too.
interrupted
Just
the
saying.
Xbox boss in his closing speech.
Interrupted.
Yeah, of course it's
Planned,
scripted, but
staged.
it's still
Beautiful
very,
moment
very well
That
done.
gripped everyone for sure.
So I don't say I say 50 games, but the 50 games aren't actually what is great. The moment for me is the statement that Microsoft is making. It's not so much they're debuting 50 games, they're showing 50 games. It's that they are committed in this endeavor of video games.
oh yeah.
Because they've been on shaky ground for a while, and nobody really knew the future. And for them to just come out and say, "Look, we're doing this. Not only are we doing this, you're seeing this now, and we're bringing you the future."
Oh yeah.
And then with Sony having a day and a half to prepare a statement, they didn't.
They didn't
And
respond.
Not only did they not respond, but whatever that travesty was that they called a press conference, we'll get into that later. That was not a highlight.
I want that to actually be the kind of the meta going forward with E3. Microsoft's presentation, just
That's
massive amounts of reveals. That's what it should be.
That is Sony's formula.
Well, I did not see that, Kevin.
That's what you have seen in Sony for the last 3 years. That was their formula.
Complacency gets the best of all of us.
Apparently. They had no stage presence. None.
Except for the beginning part was pretty good.
No.
There's
was-
no one on stage.
There was no one on stage, but they made a good point. The gimmick was there and it was okay.
Don't defend this.
I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that the first gimmick that they did was okay.
Yeah,
The money
great
they wasted.
gimmick that then spent 25 minutes moving the stage to somewhere else because of that gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who
25 minutes of
planned
interruption.
that out where they thought no one's gonna care if we spend a half hour moving people
Good.
while you get commercials
Correct.
and pretty sad attempts to try and salvage this time from
Yep.
a cast. So I kind of felt bad for having to do that for them.
So
They
just
were basically on the spot.
It was PlayStation
Trying
Underground,
to-
right?
Yeah, it's the crew.
Kudos to them
the underground
for
crew.
doing
PlayStation
what they
Blog
could.
crew.
Right.
So the thing about that though is I'm not going to defend it anymore because you guys just jumped on me like wild
You deserved it.
animals here. But
you know how hard it is for me to be negative about Sony,
oh yeah, I see it.
but
It's very.
But I'm going to
easy
say
for
this
me.
right now.
they deserve it this
You're
year.
not going to see that again.
You
like,
can't. They
with-
can't do that again.
I'm actually
can
referring
say
to
that?
Microsoft.
No,
Oh,
that's their formula
yes.
going from
You don't
here
think
on
so?
out.
I don't think so. I don't.
The
You're not going to
response-
see more acquisitions. They're not going to buy up.
No,
like
I don't think
that.
we're going to see anything like that anymore. I think we're going to see something similar, but not anywhere as close as how baller that show was.
No, that's their formula going on from here on out. They now have, what, 11 studios?
A lot.
Yes, under their
They have 11
umbrella.
studios, so in those 11 studios alone, if they plan it correctly, they're going to have at least 20 to 25 games they can talk about a year.
Right. That's what I'm
Plus
thinking.
third party.
Plus whoever
And
else
and
they
to-
get on stage.
This is the thing that I don't understand about Sony is that they saw all this happen and they didn't have a good
They
response
had
to it.
nothing. And you expect a response because they always tend to respond.
And Sony's
what
usually
happens.
last. Sony has that ability to be like, oh yeah, so this is what you guys brought. Okay, well we'll come back with a
Yeah.
Nope.
And typically, Sony likes to. They're proud of their relationships with other companies, and they like to bring those people out to display their games.
no.
Which is why I 100% expected the Bungie's expansion to be on stage. I 100% expected Anthem to be on the stage with BioWare. I 100% expected Ubisoft to be there.
I'm surprised Fallout 76 wasn't there either. Bethesda wasn't on their stage.
Yeah, Bethesda. I expected maybe Todd Howard to make an appearance there too.
But
But
that's the thing that counter that.
but
Microsoft did have those stage presences. They did
Yeah.
have Todd Howard came on.
He did.
The maker of Devil May Cry 5 came on.
That
It
was awesome.
a great moment because it's
Great reveal.
awesome to see how passionate people are about
You-
the
Yeah.
games they make.
I mean
It was
right. I mean
And the people that they brought out revealed their passion for games as reinforcing the narrative that Xbox is for gamers.
yeah, Xbox came back strong.
This was the year for them.
I
Great E3 for them.
I will say this,
Bask in your glory, sir.
you're shining right now.
for this year. We'll see how
They'll
next year
fucking all
goes.
up.
I mean,
next year.
Sony. The only thing Sony had for it was it just gave us all basically exclusive titles. This was their big goal was just
I
showing
know.
us exclusivity.
And it's shocking because they had announced.
The funny thing
this-
is, before that, he said they only gave us exclusives. Microsoft, in their exclusives alone, Microsoft in their exclusives alone gave us more games than Sony did.
Yeah, they did.
So,
we count 8 or 9, 10, 10?
there were
No, that
8
was-
total games.
Total games.
Garbage.
There
But,
were 18.
Well,
Microsoft
apparently that
exclusives.
Destiny reveal was supposed to be part of the show, but they just
Yeah,
kind
they
of
messed
threw it
it
in
up
there.
a little.
So yeah,
yeah.
and most of the gameplay and reveals came after in the post conference or the post show.
Not most, but a percentage that it
A
Well,
good
most of the
chunk.
actual core gameplay.
And actually, like,
that's true.
like
Most of it
Dreams
don't.
had a huge gameplay demo in
so
the
did
post show.
Spider-Man.
This is
the
a-
open
And Spider
world.
And
had the
the-
open world demo.
here's another thing I want to point out is like all of the people who were willing to come on the stage, like they all had it after the actual E3 conference. Like you had
They're there.
Hideo Kojima came out to talk about it, but again, that conversation
Talk
wasn't
about
very
what?
good.
I don't know what they talked.
I
They
don't-
talked
yeah.
about films or something.
They had-
I don't know.
That beard, though.
That guy's beard was it was
The Beard Man. That's
and that
the guy that's going to be directing the Metal Gear movie.
is it really?
Yeah,
No,
yeah, that's what they said.
first of all, guy who's directed the Metal Gear movie, whatever your name is, please button up your shirt.
Button up your shirt, shave the beard.
At least if you're gonna do the beard, do
Trim
it
the
right.
beard?
Give it a little bit
Get a
of
little
like.
Viking braiding. Do something. With it.
Thank you. Bring on the braid. Make it look okay. You look like you were a hot mess. And what was up with those
Suspenders.
suspenders out of nowhere? It was bad. Oh, we're talking so much trash about what the guy looks like.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
I mean, at least with like Hideo Kojima, he comes in looking like Hideo Kojima, except he
Well,
had some pretty fucking baller shoes on.
The interview, the questions that were asked. I don't know
Bad.
if they had prescriptive questions, things they couldn't ask.
It was
But
just a complete waste
The,
of time.
the camera angles.
So
stuff I
we
don't care
noticed
about.
that your camera angles for most of the Metal Gear Solid games were pretty on point and very cinematic. Is there any like
It was-
suggestions
You
that
guys
you
can
have?
just check that video out and
It
read
was-
the comments, and you can see how people
Yeah,
felt.
I'm just
about
going to tell you
It
guys
was not
to
good.
not check that video out. It was a 1 hour long panel with zero information in it.
Zero.
It was bad. Like, I mean, to be fair,
I mean, always good to see Kojima, but
It
just
is,
not.
but
I
he
not
looked bored up there.
He did.
didn't even- he looked like he knew he was wasting time. It's unfortunate. Really.
I was happy to see the at least I got to see the Death Stranding again a couple times, seeing more of that information kind of pop up. I because we talked earlier about Death Stranding and how confusing it was. I think once the game starts coming out a little bit more and more, we'll see it. It's not
Yeah.
going to be as crazy because I at least get the picture of what the guy's supposed to be doing, how it's like how he is. I don't.
It's still going to be a crazy game.
Oh, it's gonna be wild.
But like, is the reason they're not talking about it because it's still so far off?
Because of the experience that they're having, like because of the experience itself.
No. Like because the game is still so far off.
I don't think so. I think that's going to be coming in next year.
You think so?
Damn right.
I don't know, man. We've had nothing but cinematics for it. They don't explain much, if anything. It's pretty much still everybody's guess at what the game actually is. The walking joke right now is
The walking simulator.
the walking simulator, but I get like we want to know more about the world. You can give information about the game without spoiling things.
Unless,
But to do an hour-long panel and to say nothing and come out and say there will be no questions.
but I will say this
Not great.
about Kojima though.
It's a terrible thing.
Kojima's pretty smart about what he does. Like this
He's
is
very smart.
yeah. This I think that all of it's on purpose. Like I think for the most part, when it comes to at least the actual like the gaming, I think they're keeping it tight-lipped, not because of how far away they are, but because of what it is, you know, what it's going to be. And I'm only saying this because I have a very strong belief with Hideo, and I think it's going to be an excellent game. Do I think that if it is 2019, that's going to be the game of the year? I guess we'll find out when that time comes.
No.
What are you calling Anthem?
Not if Ghost comes
No,
out.
I don't think Anthem will be Game of the Year.
You don't think so?
I don't think that type of game can win Game of the Year, honestly.
No, it's not. Unless it's very story-driven, like more so
Even
than we
so,
would think.
it being an EA game, it's already starting out with negative points because they just have a negative aura about them. So something that would be
Think of it as a BioWare
minuscule.
game.
I know, but I'm just saying something. Well, even so, they have the Mass Effect problem. So something that's wrong with the game that would be minuscule because it's a BioWare EA game.
Is going to be blown out of
It's a
proportion.
major deal
Yeah,
because
now,
there are people that are still salty over Mass Effect 3.
3? Not
Yeah.
Andromeda?
The
3?
ending of 3. Well, a lot of the reason Andromeda started off wrong was because of the ending of 3. People just won't get over it.
I just hated Andromeda.
I mean, that's okay, but
It's terrible.
you went into
Terrible
it
game.
on a level playing field, whereas some already have a bias, and that's just
I don't-
fact. So, yeah, I just don't think a game like that.
Has the potential to do it.
Well, I don't even know if it gets in the category of Game of the Year.
I bet it will.
I mean,
Like,
we don't, we don't know what's
one-
going on. Well,
It comes down to sales, popularity, and well, no, it doesn't, because if it was sales and popularity, Destiny would have won, and they didn't.
Destiny didn't deserve to win.
No, but I mean, if you
Year
go based
one
off
edition of Destiny.
the sales numbers,
That was-
Destiny numbers,
that
they
was
created
terrible.
a new thing.
That was
People wanted to create games
Truly
to
terrible
get
game.
Destiny numbers.
D1 year 2 was really good. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I'm hopeful that a game like Anthem could be Game of the Year. That would be fantastic.
Depends on how they pull it off. And
Yeah.
I think they have that potential, but we haven't really seen enough to.
So while we're talking about Anthem, let's
Brett, what do you think about Anthem?
no, don't do that. let's hit the rest of the EA press conference, because that's where you saw Anthem this year, was at EA's press conference.
Yeah, I didn't. There were only 3 things that I got out of that press conference. Press conference that I enjoyed. One was Anthem, and that was the first time ever admitted to myself that I would like Anthem, because I was pretty against Anthem so far. Like I was the one out of the 4 of us that was like,
But you were
No,
against it
I,
because of the type of game and the track record that type of game has on console.
exactly.
So, I mean, that's what I kind of meant with the Game of the Year potential of it.
Yeah, I was one of those biased few, but then again, I saw the track record of BioWare and I said, well, hurts.
Yeah.
I was the same with the not trusting it, not thinking it was going to be great, especially with all the issues they were running into in the earlier parts of its announcement.
Yeah.
Kevin actually restored my faith in that with the Casey Hudson coming back, and
Taking over as GM of BioWare for
then
those
I
that
experienced
don't know.
hope again for the first time in my life, and now we'll see.
We saw
Yeah.
the single
February
tier.
22nd.
Yeah, it's releasing February 22nd. We got a pretty lengthy gameplay demo. They actually showed off a nice portion
very
of
pure.
the game. It looks great. The
Pretty.
mechanics
Elemental
are
combinations, so good.
fantastic. It's the type of gameplay that I was hoping for. It's very reminiscent of Mass Effect,
Which is
fantastic.
the best thing they could have done.
It
No
is,
complaints.
yeah. I'm glad that they're not trying some brand new system or something, because that can get potentially dangerous.
I like the status effects things they have in there.
The combos, yeah, that's
Combos
really
are really
nice.
nice.
So in the gameplay demo, what he's talking about is we saw a part where a cryo bomb was set off, and that freezes the opponents, and it actually had a radius on it. And the opponents were frozen, and then another javelin launched fire missiles or grenades, and they hit the frozen targets and created a combo detonation, which does critical bonus damage.
That, but also more with the status effect. What I was talking about was when the flamethrowers, when you use stuff like
you're
that.
talking about the burning
actually
and
inflicts
stuff
like
like
a
that.
burning
Yeah,
status effect. Electricity, if it hits the water and there's enemies in the water, it will electrocute them, which is just
Yep. Also in that gameplay video, the flamethrower that he's talking about was on a Colossus javelin, and that's what your characters are called. They get into suits, power suits that are called javelins, and they rolled with two of the same class, which was Colossus, which are your tank up front.
defender type.
Yeah.
High
class.
damage and high defense.
High damage, high defense, low mobility, stuff like that. But in this demo, they showed two different potential ways to run a Colossus, and one was up close and personal, and the other one was back a little bit, or more ranged.
Rockets and high
Yeah.
damage, miniguns, giant.
So I thought that was a nice touch too, showing you different play styles for each character. Even though they only have 4 javelins, there are multiple ways to play these classes, so you have a ton of variety here.
And
So-
they have announced possible future javelins
And they
in
have, so-
DLC.
Which
So-
is exciting.
It's very exciting. So that's a game we're all going to be jumping into on February 22nd. Other notable moments of the EA conference
Few
was
and far between.
Yeah, there wasn't really much going on there.
Sea of Solitude,
Sea of Solitude is another high moment for
so
them.
beautiful.
Yeah, that is a
Platformer.
very beautiful platformer. And you, in that, are the main character. You are
Kay.
trying
main
to.
character.
She is Kay in a lonely world, combating her own emotions.
Yep, you're trying to control your emotions and
Actually, she's
Balance
consumed
them.
by
Yes.
her
She's
emotions. And the goal of the game is to become human again,
yes, because you
start off as an emotional monster.
yes, it sounds so good.
Very symbolic.
Yeah,
It is.
I
Very
guarantee
symbolic.
that it's going to be a very emotionally
Yeah.
charged game. I'm excited for that. I'm like EA came out with 3 games that I was interested in that would have been Unravel 2, Sea of Solitude, and Anthem, of course. So
I believe it was the creative director for Jomei Studios who talked.
yep.
Yes.
Yomei,
For the-
Yomei,
Yomei?
I think.
Well, anyway, she said that they like to tell a story, and she said this story was actually easier to build because it's something that everybody can relate to, so everyone will be able to play this game and enjoy it and connect. So that's the second probably most positive moment of the EA conference.
EA didn't come out with
That or Unravel, really.
Unravel 2 was
really
pretty
good.
pretty cool.
Um,
Yeah.
New mechanics, co-op, upgrade
fun.
on the engine.
Graphics were great.
Yeah, it looked really good. But let's talk about the Ubisoft conference for a little bit, because we'd like to touch on that.
Probably the number 2nd, maybe 3rd best show, depending on
I'd
where you
probably
rate
say
Bethesda.
third. Yeah, I'd probably rate Bethesda as number 2.
They're-
Nintendo was really good too, but not what I wanted from them.
Nintendo's they don't really do conferences; they do directs.
That's true.
So those are pre-recorded. I'm pretty sure that was Reggie's house that he does it in. So I'm not saying that it's low budget. It's just
It's what
they have a
Nintendo
very
does.
strict method of how they want to present their games to you, and they do that, and it's tried, it's true. So you know what you're getting from that. So it's typical of Nintendo to tease 1 or 2 things, 1 or 2 reveals, and you got that.
I
but
got it. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 looked pretty good.
The
Yeah.
DLC.
Something like
I
that.
think
That's an
New
expansion.
Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
that looks so
Brand
good.
new. So we're going right into Nintendo then. Okay.
Oh,
So we'll go right into
No,
Nintendo.
we'll come back to it. We'll circle around. But,
holy shit!
Ubisoft, like you wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
I'm going to put it 3rd because I really like Bethesda's. They are my top 5 favorite gaming
Yeah,
developers
and the
in history,
second half
so.
of the Bethesda's conference was epic. So
Yeah,
Just
Todd.
Ubisoft
You
coming
mean
out.
Todd?
Ubisoft did their
Yes.
typical Ubisoft conference. It was
Their intro was
fun,
amazing.
energetic, light, family friendly. They've changed since they've parted ways with Aisha Tyler. They used to be gritty, in your face. Now they're more of a family friendly orientation.
It's a
still miss
family
her.
picture.
I miss her too, but I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to clean up their image a bit, I guess. I
Right.
don't know.
But they
I'm
also
not saying that she gave them a negative image. I'm just saying that
If anything,
they
she
just
was the
wanted to
best
go
part
in
of
a
the-
different direction.
however,
Yeah.
like we'll run down the list because Ubisoft had so many games.
They
that
had a lot
came
of
out.
games to show.
I mean, the tried and true, obviously the Assassin's Creed Odyssey that came out
That's-
last
just
part.
jumped to the last game.
Assassin's
man.
Creed is the headliner. Everybody knows
Yeah.
that was there.
It was fantastic.
They showed us gameplay, and
It was like Origins, but better.
Coming
you
out-
got
When I saw it.
gameplay, you got details,
and
You're also part of my favorite culture ever.
Right.
So
and it just so they've been working on that for 4 years. The combat mechanics are fine-tuned. They're different
than before,
Origins.
right? Because now it's a lot different when it comes to the combat
Yeah.
style of it. It's
This was
It's
they
similar
said this
to
was
Origins in a
400
lot of ways,
years
but-
before the Brotherhood.
yes.
So this is the first game so far.
feudal Japan, make it happen.
They probably will. It's
I
just a
hope
matter
so.
of time now with the samurai trend that's happening.
And
But
I
just-
love it.
I love it too.
I love it.
So that
Keep
was
them coming. Assassin's Creed Samurai Edition would be fantastic.
that wasn't my favorite part of the Ubisoft one, but that was it was
Or
not.
it was not.
What you were surprised? You were gonna be like, "What? It was?"
Yeah, I would have been surprised.
You know
actually.
which one my favorite part was?
Go ahead.
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
No, they didn't
Oh
show
my
me enough
God.
to
They didn't show enough because that's next gen. too.
exactly.
Because it hurts.
There's no way they can have a seamless,
It
open
hurts.
universe on these consoles.
It
But when they
hurts.
do, that's going to be epic.
That's telling you the potential of next gen.
Holy
Seamless,
Already in the works in Microsoft.
Open universe, no loading.
So I played a little bit of the Beyond Good and Evil game, not enough to say that I've been a huge fan. But when the first actual commercial for Beyond Good and Evil 2 came out, I was flipping my shit
Yeah.
because that's all of my favorite
as
things.
Jake is known to do.
Yes,
He
I
does.
flip
He
shit
does
hard
like to panic.
and delete
Sometimes
things.
he panics.
But don't worry about that part, folks. My favorite things, when it comes down to it, is I love futuristic designs. I love space. Everything about that is what I want in my life right now. Please.
Why are you not more
Yeah.
excited for Anthem?
Well, because
Well, he is now.
yes, I
He is
was.
now.
He is now. He
I-
wasn't until now. So
Yeah, until we saw Casey
Yeah.
Hudson
the
actually come
return
in.
of Casey.
You a big
really,
Mass Effect man,
I
Jake?
love Mass Effect.
Yeah,
It's
he
my-
is.
Huge. I played that game multiple times, multiple characters, male, female. I went through the whole.
Multiple paths.
Oh shit! I went through it all.
Well,
That was probably my biggest disappointment of Andromeda, the Paragon system being gone.
oh, yeah, absolutely. That was it. Made the game worse.
So-
Didn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah, I played Mass Effect on
Conscious decision to remove the best part of the game.
the Xbox 360 and then the PlayStation 3, and then I'm pretty
Still
sure, I played it on the computer too. So I had all 3 games 3 times in a row. That's how many times I've played that fucking thing.
That's a lot of
And
money.
they also
That's a lot of
Ubisoft,
money.
They also came out, and you didn't really get much, but you did get the collaboration with Hit Record with
Joseph
Joseph
Gordon-Levitt.
Gordon-Levitt,
Which we're gonna do stuff about that,
his
right,
studio. Yeah,
Kevin?
we may. I don't know. Yeah, I'm still undecided.
Come on, me and you, buddy. We can make shit happen.
We could.
We
but-
can make it pop.
We're
I
also
could
going
watch
to.
them make shit happen.
We're also going to do stuff in Dreams.
That's another thing.
Definitely hitting
Well,
dreams.
so-
Did you see the music creation in Dreams?
I did.
Oh,
It's so simple.
so good.
Anybody can make music in that game. It's so easy.
Now imagine what a trained professional can do, Kevin.
You're right.
Just imagine.
We'll have to see. I'll probably make nothing but garbage because it's too easy and it's against
Tis the
everything I know.
norm.
He calls it. He's like, "This is the new synthetic sound that I've made. Listen to it," and it just screeches. And
It's
he's
my
like,
cat.
"I call it modern music."
It's just cats.
Just rows of cats.
Oh, that was another thing with Sony's. They showcased no dreams, and that honestly
Huge miss.
would have been the hit of the show.
I
for
mean,
me.
Huge miss.
Dreams was there. It just
Dreams
wasn't
was
there.
shown twice. lengthy gameplay demos
In
Yes.
the post show,
in
and
their
the next
own
day.
live
Yes,
streams.
but it was also in every single transition there was a Dreams thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Some-
weird background
so-
showing no gameplay.
Some
So
weird
wrong.
shit going on there. Somebody trying to play music or some weird shit.
They
But
didn't
we
do a
just
good
jumped
job.
right from
We're
Beyond
going
Good
back
Evil
to
2. Please come back to me.
We're going back to Ubisoft.
So
Another standout moment for UB was... Oh, you had more for...
no,
yeah?
you go ahead. What's the other stand?
Finish up on Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah.
'cause
Nah, I
once we're moving on, we're moving on.
No, it's too good. I can't even we just have
Okay, he's done. He's a fanboy.
I need
So-
Got it.
5 minutes to myself.
Another
guys.
standout moment was what they did for the Division 2, all the details that they
Oh,
said
yeah.
about that game.
You right?
The gameplay that they showed, the trailer about the decaying and dead world and coming out, and not only did they come out and say that the mechanics have changed, but they went right into the end game content, which is a bit strange. Like, you don't just come out and say, once you finish the story, this is what you're doing at the end game.
But they
That's
gave
a hell of a
us-
statement to
I'm
say.
gonna say that
For
right
sure.
now. With that though, they gave you a goal too.
Give you confirmation.
Yes, they gave you the saying.
I don't
like,
think he was saying it was negative, Jake. I think
No,
he was
no, not
very
at all.
happy with it.
Right.
I'm very pleased. It
It-
was just a shock, really, to me. That's why
well,
it's a standout moment.
this we did say that this E3 was breaking some.
Breaking the rules.
Yeah, it was breaking some shit going on there. But the thing that I love about it because they're like, oh yeah, by the way, at the end of the game, your character still evolves.
Yeah.
He's
A
still.
whole new progression system.
Hell yeah! Fucking
Yeah.
bring that shit right on. I'm ready.
Sniper all the way.
Sniper?
Sniper
I'm
all
going
the
crossbow.
I want to go with the guy with the grenade launcher. I'll take
So
that.
we have
Full
a full
squad.
squad. Let's do
Always.
Grenade
it.
launcher
That was,
every day.
I think, March 15th next year.
Was it?
I would have to check
Pretty
my
sure
notes,
it was March
but
15th.
I believe so.
I
2
believe
days
that's
after
what
my
they said.
birthday.
Yeah, March 15th.
You're right.
So,
Hint, hint, boys.
yeah, you ain't getting it. We'll text you on your birthday.
I'll give you
Thank
a
you.
crisp high five.
I'll show you my
Crisp.
pre-order.
Nice. Love it.
Anyway, they detailed their first year of content post, which is going to be 3 major episodes. What was it? 4 world events and 4 updates.
Yes.
It's they call I think that's like a title a world event and then the expansion title world event, expansion title world event, and then it just so
Expansion.
technically
and
4
title
of
world
each.
event.
Yeah. So
No, it was 3
It was-
expansions. 4.
Yeah.
Three.
but there's a world event before the expansion.
So it was
Yes.
it was update.
4 is what he said.
Yeah, 4
Like Kevin said,
4
4
updates,
4
4
world
world
events,
events,
3
3
expansions.
next stories.
Yes. Correct. You're right.
So
That's
your
their
original words,
entire
yes.
year's worth of content laid out for free.
Damn right.
So you buy the base game, plus you get year 1's content. for
Thank
free.
you, Ubisoft.
And I just want to make a note of that they're doing that, and they announced for the first time ever 8-player raids. So that's going to happen too. And they said that 1 year's worth of content is free. And I just want to make a comparison to one of their direct competitors, which is Bungie's Destiny, who just also announced their next year's worth of content, which is Forsaken, which is $35 to get in, plus, or it's $40 to
Yeah,
get in
40.
Forsaken, plus their annual pass, which is an additional $35 for 3 more DLCs.
That's $75. That's a $200 game at this point. guys.
is.
Insane. Like you guys clearly like I understand.
Clearly a cash grab. I don't
Plus,
care how
the
you defend it.
cosmetic silver Eververse remains.
So you're still paying for cosmetics as well.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic. Bungie, I mean, the game is beautiful. You don't
It
get,
is.
don't get us wrong. And the combat is still seamless, beautiful.
It is.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Great mechanics.
But you
Balancing issues galore.
there is no way to defend a game where it's just like, oh yeah, by the way,
You owe us more money.
They gave you if you
Everything
bought
we
the deluxe
do-
edition, you got a pass, but it was only for some of their future content.
yes,
Yeah.
Which
insane.
is possibly the most
It's a terrible
insulting
model.
thing you can do to a gamer.
I'm glad that they're
myself
moving away
included.
from expansions to annual pass, because what they call expansions aren't. So don't even attempt to do that.
I
you
will
want an
not buy
expansion?
Destiny 3.
Buy an expansion from CD Projekt Red. They make expansions.
That's worthwhile. That's a whole new game.
That's
Yeah.
like literally
Blood and
20,
Wine?
30 hours
Buy an
of
expansion from Blizzard. They make expansions.
also factual.
Also new games.
It's insane.
Great.
It's absolutely insane. Like I talked to people, a couple people. This is so story time. I played Destiny 2 and I platinumed the game and I was so into it. But as soon as I heard what was coming, I dropped. Like And then when I waited for the expansion to come out, and they told about the paywall, which was removed.
Yeah.
So,
but only because of
the amount of
mass
complaints.
outcry.
But like the thing about this is like you don't. I'm not a winner with that. You can't win my heart when it comes to saying, by the way, pay $40 more for extra stuff, and then it equals to about this 2 expansions, 10 hours of gameplay.
And it's not a question of learning from their mistakes.
No.
Because this is the exact formula they used.
Destiny 2 now.
So it feels planned, honestly. Just
It is planned.
to make the most money.
Totally planned.
out of it.
It's a cash
terrible.
grab. It's a cash grab.
It's a
for sure.
mistake, is what it is.
So
and
that's why the division coming out and laying that plan out
Kind of a
Spat in the
punch to the
face.
face.
is pretty much a direct blow. Plus, after the Ubisoft press conference, they did a 30-minute demonstration live, a video demonstration, a live gameplay. The engine looks fantastic. It's still the division, but it's better. So
More balance.
I
it's
just-
everything to be pumped about.
I'm just so
good.
I mean, I don't really want to
Wasn't
talk
the
about
highlight of the show? Was that your highlight, Kevin?
No, it's Odyssey. Odyssey is the
Odyssey? Same.
it's
All
the
right.
highlight.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
not mine.
So good.
But no.
I mean, Beyond
Yours
Good and
is
Evil
too
can't be the
futuristic.
highlight.
Right.
it's I'm
Because we
just-
know it's next gen.
It's
But I'm just so ready
it's,
for it.
Years away.
I could care
it's-
less.
It's overhead. It's looming.
It's a lot like
It's
Cyberpunk.
there,
I've
but
literally
it's not ready.
when it first came out and they showed us that, I was watching every single day for them to bring out more production notes for it because I was so into it. I'm like, please just give me
I'm
more.
so into it too, but I
Ooh.
can't give it the nod because they didn't do what Odyssey did, which was show
And-
us all that content and then on the screen say October 5th.
I was hoping for
If you're wondering why I can give the nod to Cyberpunk but not Beyond Good and Evil, it's because CD Projekt Red has my everlasting love.
And that was a major reveal because that was a game that people were starting to fear was dead.
Correct.
2013 was the
I
last
never
update
feared
for
that because I
Cyberpunk
trust them
2077.
implicitly, but
It's okay to trust them, but
no, I
if
trusted them
things
to bring us
happen
that game.
inside
no
the
matter
house
what.
that
I knew they were bringing it.
yeah,
And
they-
what they say, like we got rumors that it's a first person game.
yeah, RPG first person shooter second.
That's
Which is great,
That's
'cause
great.
I
I'm excited
prefer
for that.
first- person
GameSpot
shooter.
actually got that full detailed report interview with CD
All I
Projekt
think
Red,
about
so-
now is just Deus Ex Machina, though.
No, don't.
Even if you did think of that, that's a great game.
It is a great game. but
Mankind
it's,
Divided.
It's
oh
not
my
going to
God,
be.
so
Never
good.
played
It's not going to be
Mankind.
anything like
No
it.
way.
I don't know why you made that comparison.
Think of
because it's both the
steampunk.
same.
Their other game is The Witcher 3, so I don't know.
Steampunk
No,
Witcher.
Yeah,
Steampunk Witchers.
Steam-
That's what I want.
Steampunk
That
Witcher.
right there.
Still chasing lilacs and gooseberries.
Shut
Terrible.
up.
I'll shut up.
I don't care. It's a great reference.
It
Thank
was.
you, Kevin.
Yeah. What else from Ubisoft?
That was kind of their
Just
big
Dance
hits.
was the big
For
big.
Honor gets a new update.
Yep,
They
more
get a
more
whole
characters.
whole new factions coming in. 4 new
Yeah.
characters. New game mode.
The Chinese is the new faction.
The Wulin.
Don't want to spoil too much, but they look pretty.
Oh,
They'll
I just
probably
spoiled
be
it. They're the
OP.
Wulin.
Well, I tried. Kevin spoiled it. Sorry.
The trailer's worth watching. You need to see
For
that.
sure, absolutely.
The way that they bring them in is epic.
Exciting.
Balancing going to be an issue in the beginning for
Of
the
course.
Most likely.
Yeah, because
but they'll smooth it out.
Just like they did with Centurion and
Yeah.
all their other additions.
Yeah, they're pretty good at doing smoothing it out, and they have a huge player base now. Not as
30
big as Siege though, which was a super surprise to me.
wasn't
35 million players.
Yeah, that's the one.
Rainbow Six Siege.
Oof.
Insane.
I played
I
that
had
a
heard
couple,
nothing
couple
about
times.
it.
You've
Yeah.
never played Siege?
I've only played the tutorial with my
Frankly,
nephew.
I
That
was told it was not fun.
It's
And that was directly from Tim the Tatman, so
It's
Yeah.
super tactical.
yeah, but I mean,
I mean, it's as fun as you make it. Really, it's a
it's-
first-person shooter online multiplayer game.
it's a MOBA, is what it is.
how are
It's
they
the-
getting 35 million people?
Because it's a
Because
very
of the
competitive
competitive
sport.
scene.
Yeah, it's very competitive, and
the most streamed competitive game, I think. What beats
Fortnite,
that?
I think, still.
No, that's not competitive. It's Fortnite. That's
You just
Battle
said
Royale.
Fortnite's not competitive.
Not competitive team-based shooting, no.
Oh, not team based. Even though you can
there,
go
there
teams.
are teams in,
Yes.
in Fortnite.
It's a Battle Royale.
That's a mode, but there are several modes.
All the modes in Fortnite are Battle Royale.
Except there's team battle royale, and then
There's-
It's still Battle Royale.
There's 5 squads of 20, there's 50v50, there's duos, there's
But those are
singles.
modes that they bring in, right?
Gross.
Correct or no? No. Those are modes that they bring in. They're not staples.
Some
of the
change, but the duos, the singles, those are all staples.
Series. Oh, okay.
Like 50v50 changed for the 5 squads of 20. That was a couple weeks back. I haven't played it in a while, as I'm not a huge Fortnite player.
But every mode is
But
battle
just
royale.
to taste a battle royale is why I did it, and
Yeah.
it's decent. I see the compulsion with it that's going on right now, but
Mhm.
I could never devote hours and hours of my time to it.
Right. Me either. But I think like they're getting a full Rainbow Six Siege. They're getting a fully produced documentary.
In all essence, just to kind of go back to it, Rainbow Six Siege is literally it's
They have
it's
a pro league.
conceptually an Overwatch type of thing.
Yeah.
Not
That's what I was thinking
Not
their
quite,
direct
because
competitor would be.
you have objectives in this one, just like Overwatch but different. And the bigger thing usually don't ever follow objectives. Usually it's kill everyone first. So it's just a
COD
death
be
match.
a closer comparison then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty much.
I guess it would be.
Like
Yeah,
search and
Call of
destroy in
Duty
COD.
This one-
very
Battlefield
similar.
probably
You only
Just-
die, you die
just
once.
described,
And but the cool thing is that there are a lot of characters you can
Hardcore
choose
search and
from.
destroy. Same thing.
Counter-Strike.
I personally like Tachanka because he's pretty dope. He has a mounted
I don't know what
LMG.
I've never seen the game.
Fucking drops
No
this
idea.
giant
Not
LMG.
you could make
shielded.
anything up right now, and I would believe
You could
it.
say any words. I would
This is your
believe
And
it.
also
I
the
would nod at you.
lightsabers are pretty neat.
Anyway, 35 million players. That's
Insane.
huge. One hell of a stat. That was
Not 120
Eye-opening.
million. They're getting there.
That's pretty close.
What's 120 million right now?
A Fallout Shelter.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Fallout
Yeah.
Shelter, the free app. The free app.
Great game though. Check it out.
Ubisoft, they had the Crew 2 short little trailer for that one.
Never played any of the crew games.
But the highlight was
I heard they're fun.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey for sure.
100%. And it looks
October 5th release date.
That's
boot
pretty
system.
First time in the
the
series. First time in the series, you could choose your character,
male or female.
male or female. Yeah, not the first time in the
dope.
series to
Alexios
play a
and
female though.
True.
Alexios and Cassandra with a K,
With a K.
not the actual prophet.
Not a C.
not a C.
Jeez. Also,
So it's more of an RPG in the traditional sense than any of the other Assassin's Creeds have been.
And being before the Brotherhood, yeah, that makes even more sense to be a more traditional RPG too, because you
Does.
don't have to do things.
It's not
to,
so structured.
yeah.
They showed none of the animus. How
No.
hype are you, Kevin?
I am so hyped. I'm so hyped, but I will be disappointed 5 minutes in.
When you pop out of the
I
animus.
pop out and my horrible character model starts
your name
walking
is-
around.
and your name is
super
Jeff.
stiff.
So
terrible
little
dialogue
background on the
between the
game. You're
peoples.
actually in ancient Greece, and you're from Sparta, which is
Epic.
I
And-
don't know if I've been more hype in my life, to be
And-
honest with you.
your great
I want
grandpappy.
a red
no,
cape.
your grandfather.
That's why I said grandpappy.
No, you said great.
Oh,
You
yeah,
said
no.
great, you're wrong.
Your grandpappy
Yeah.
is Leonidas.
Leonidas,
Leonidas.
King Leonidas was your grandfather, and in lieu of having the hidden blade, you have Leonidas's spear tip,
Which is also
which
a
is powered. It's an
It's,
ancient relic.
it is the
One of the first civilizations.
one of the
relic,
first civs relics.
like the Apple of Eden, for
Right.
example. And I really hope they put like the Spartan shield, like you can use
Yeah,
it,
that would
'cause
be
that
really
would be.
cool.
I mean, they were for their time. That was like the most dangerous weapon they had.
Also, naval combat was confirmed.
Yep.
And you
great.
can upgrade your ships and sail the open seas again, which is
Black
a nice
flag.
feature.
And they also mentioned a little bit that like if you go fast enough, you could literally just cut a ship in half, right?
Yeah, they did say that.
Yeah.
Well,
If
that's
you
just
pick up
cool.
enough speed, you will go right through the ship and
Easy
continue
there.
going. Also,
More hype.
they did debut a brand new mode that is going to be 150 versus 150 battles. That's actual
Oh right,
mode.
the
In the
the
game.
war.
So
yeah.
300 soldiers on the battlefield, and
While
they're-
you mow down about 147.
you mow them
of
down. I'm
When your
assuming
team
it's
finishes
going
off
to
the other
be
three.
different, but in the gameplay demo that we got was you're killing scrubs, and then an important character from the opposing side.
Diocles.
You face off one-on-one,
Level 19.
and the battle was won.
And
So the level system is back, so that's nice as
Same
well.
as almost
they
the
did
exact same as
show.
Origins.
They gave us a glimpse at the
skill tree.
skill trees, which were warrior, assassin, and
Hunter, I wanna
hunter
say.
trees. And the HUD was on full display, and you saw this time you actually assign the abilities to the buttons, and you use the abilities this time. So that's really nice too.
Were there 6 options that were shown on the
I
bottom
think
left?
I think it was you press a button command to flip to your other.
Right.
It might have been
It looked
8.
very
It
good.
could have been 8 actually.
With the L2s.
4 and 4.
Yeah, absolutely. It was very good looking.
So yeah, that was good. Also, so that pretty much sums up the Ubisoft conference, and then the good folks over at Bethesda. The good folks over at Bethesda, they kind of started out rocky, but they turned it into one hell of a show by the end of the night when Mr. Todd Howard, the legend himself, came out and talked about probably my most anticipated game for E3, which is Fallout 76. Because it wasn't that going in, but after all the details and
I'm
information
actually
that
going
we
to
got,
change my my best moment. It was Fallout 76.
it was so incredible.
Instant
and
hype
actually
the
about it.
greatest part was the release date when it popped up.
Yeah,
Yes.
and which was
November,
14th. November 14th.
2018.
It's this year, this November.
right next to my birthday.
Well, there you go. You ain't getting it either. So,
You heard it here, folks.
the way they came out with,
I was scared for this game. I'm
we
gonna
were
be
all
honest with
scared.
you.
We thought it was going to
with
be
the multiplayer that they
there
were
was
talking about,
the
and
potential. It could have been a battle royale, even.
the thought was this isn't a Bethesda game.
Right.
They assuaged all my
It's
fears.
just their
It was
name
just-
on the game, but that is
It
not the
looks
case.
so good.
Todd came in and held her hand and said it's going to be okay.
And
Give me a little
watch
kiss on
these
the cheek.
instructional videos from Vault Tech to lead you into the world of Fallout. They couldn't have done it better, really.
So
Recommend to you to go look out that video and watch that presentation
immediately,
as quick as you can if you're
as soon as you
a
hear this,
Fallout
just stop
fan.
our podcast. Go watch
Well,
it.
don't stop. Make it to the end, then go watch
No,
it.
stop it and then come back.
Well, come back. They'll never come back. So
No,
finish to the
You'll
end.
just
and
be too captivated by that.
you will. You will go pre-order immediately.
Instantly text your squad.
Yeah. So it looks really, really great. And then we did get the official teases for their next-gen titles, which they said were next-gen, which was Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. So they came out swinging at the end there. Let's talk a little bit about Nintendo while we have the opportunity to. We started to a little bit. Their Direct was about 45 minutes, I think it was. 25 minutes dedicated to Smash Bros., which got an official title, Smash Bros. Ultimate. So that is the Nintendo Switch version of Smash Bros. It is an original Smash Bros. It is not a port. It is Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it has every single Smash Brothers character ever.
Now to clarify
That's
that
new
a
ones.
little, you don't start with all of them. You start with a normal
did say that,
squad
yeah.
of like 8, I think it was, and then you unlock them
build.
as you go.
You unlock as you go, so that kind of makes me think the story mode's coming back.
And that also kind of says this too, like if they're giving us all the original characters right now, that means if they do have DLC again, you're gonna
It's
get
all new.
it's gonna be all new.
This
One,
is the entire roster plus one.
which was Ridley.
Yes, first
And
time ever.
Ridley is the
From-
nemesis of Samus and
Samus.
Metroid.
That's
which
insane.
I think Jake was
Yeah.
going to bring out to us, but
Yeah, you stole his thunder. He was going to
That's
reveal
what
it
I
right
do.
there.
I haven't played Metroid in years. Like
I am
years.
disappointed with Nintendo.
You're disappointed?
I do have some. I got some beef.
Let's hear it.
No Metroid 4.
Oh well,
That's a
he's jumping to a
huge
different
miss.
game. We're going to go
Huge
back to
miss.
this before
Well,
we
I
go
mean,
into Kevin's belly aching
They showed a trailer at the Game Awards
with Samus.
for Metroid 4. And it's like, or Metroid Prime 4 was the official title. And it's like, come on. Where is it?
Yeah, but I'm gonna say this right now.
Go ahead, say it.
Say now.
If it was 20-something minutes of one game, they didn't have much for anything
25.
else.
They
Still,
could have
yeah,
scheduled it
uh,
too,
They,
though.
they could have made it longer. Like, if they knew they were giving it 25 minutes, there was a montage in this direct where they had so many games that I couldn't keep up with them.
It was a few games. It wasn't that many.
No, there were a lot. There were
Mm.
probably over 15 games in that little montage.
I did not see that.
Yeah, they were coming, like DBZ Fighters is coming to the Switch.
That's insane.
1080p, 60 frames a
I'm
second.
ready to kick your ass in that shit.
They didn't tell you that in the direct because they had to move to the next game. Like you saw Goku and you saw action, and it
Jake,
was DBZ fighters.
I've seen
and
you
then
in a
right to the
fighting
next
game. You quiet down over there.
I
Biting off more than you can chew.
any day. Let's go.
So there were other games too. Like a huge reveal is Crash Bandicoot coming to the Nintendo Switch.
That's insane.
That was part of the montage.
That's okay.
No,
like that's a
big.
huge
That's
crossover,
gigantic.
man. That's huge.
This
It's
is
okay.
But then again, we all know that Crash Bandicoot is now on everything.
It is, but
So
Sony and Nintendo being friends is a huge deal, and is only part of a montage that was like 10
And
seconds.
we'll see how
they
it
hugged a
goes.
little bit.
I don't think Sony will ever give us what we want with that. With
We
that
did-
cooperation.
Ugh,
Maybe
Crash
someday.
platform, please.
I was thinking Crash in Smash Bros.
That would be dope.
When they said they had one more reveal after seeing the Crash trailer, I was thinking they were going to pop it up. But
That would have been pretty cool.
having Ridley in there is better, honestly. I'd rather have C. Ridley.
Again, but there is DLC coming.
He looks pretty OP. Ridley?
He looks like a beast. Actually, they went. Did
They-
you,
they
did
had
you
a
see
little
the
battle.
in-depth character walkthroughs?
Yes,
like
where they showed
Bowser's
off his-
completely changed. He looks amazing. Ganondorf has changed. He looks incredible. All the others.
Showed the supers and whatnot.
Mario, for anybody
whatever they
who's
call
new to
them
the
in
series,
Smash.
Cappy is there. We were right about Cappy coming in. Anybody new to the
Ooh,
series,
what about,
Mario is still easy to play.
Star
so-
Wolf is there now.
Oh, they announced a second character
Star
too.
Fox.
No, Star Wolf. Whatever.
Star Wolf.
It's just
Wolf
Wolf.
was there. It's been 10 years,
Yes.
but
It's just Wolf,
Wolf's back.
not Star Wolf.
They did announce a second character though. It was Daisy, Princess Daisy
Really?
from the Mario universe. Yeah,
Was the Inklet? Was that its name?
Inkling.
Was that in the last one?
No,
Or is
they're
that another
they're new
one?
to the series this year, but they were announced already.
Yep.
Like,
for the
when they
reveal
announced-
trailer.
Yeah, they were announced in the Smash Bros.
Understood.
Trailer. But there are 8 variations of them. So if you continue to use each variation plus add them that way, because I think it was the village,
Yeah.
the villagers.
Yeah,
they have
got
8
eight
variations,
of
I
them,
think.
yeah.
So.
I'm just gonna be Wii Fit trainer and destroy all you guys.
Oh, that was nice that like every character got a model
Like an overhaul,
upgrade, overhauled, all the mechanics, everything. So, I mean, 25 minutes is a long time to talk about the game, and
Yeah,
they
showed
really
us a lot.
they showed us 20 stages. So, this is a big game, and it's a big deal, and it's going to sell that console a lot.
Oh yeah, if it isn't already sold.
Yeah.
A lot.
It is, but this is a console pusher. So is the other game that they did a lengthy gameplay demo in their Treehouse Live of. Well, that was Pokemon Let's Go
Yes.
Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu.
I'd
That's
get
going
the
to sell
Eevee.
some consoles too.
Eevee all the way.
Eevee all the way.
Eevee, and they did announce a Pokeball plus the game bundle pack
For $99.
for $100.
That's.
And in that Pokeball, you get a Mew.
Mew comes preloaded in the Pokeball.
I
Buy it
beg your
immediately.
fucking what?
Yeah, that was announced because Reggie actually used it, and he was like, "Did you hear that? That's Mew. Mew comes with the Pokeball
That's
Plus."
insane. That's not right.
I never had Mew in any Pokemon game I ever played. So
Are you
that'll
going
be
to
awesome.
now?
Yes.
If only. If
I just
only-
want it because I want to use that thing.
I'm gonna go check and see if they have
I
like
just
the.
want to use Mew. I could care
I
less
just wanna
about
use
the
Mew,
Pokeball
too.
controller.
Yeah, so it's integrated with Pokemon Go on mobile devices. Want more information on that? Check out Nintendo. They got it all.
Start
for you.
off with a Blastoise. Here we go.
Yeah, so the gameplay was good. The trainer battles are still there. The zones that they have shown.
I like that you can have a 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Because in the Pokemon games, you got 2-on-1 often.
Oh, and they demoed the co-op, how simple it is for somebody to jump in. They just pick up, like, you play the game with a single Joy-Con, the entire game. And so, say you were playing, and I came over, and I just grabbed a Joy-Con and shake it, I'm in the game. It's that quick. They didn't say if anything like progression or captures transfer over or anything like that.
You probably, I would assume you share them with the first player.
Well, I know
But I
that
don't really know
coming
how that
with the
works for
Nintendo
Switch.
online service is going to be cloud saves. That's part of their online service. So maybe we'll get more information on that later. One would hope that that would be a big deal. So,
For sure.
but also got a brand new reveal for a Switch Fire Emblem game. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Yes, that
How you
looks
feeling,
good.
Jake?
I'm feeling
Excited?
really good
How
about
about you,
that.
Kevin?
I'm
Yeah.
not a big Fire Emblem fan. Not
I am.
because
Is
I
it a
never got
completely
into
new
it.
story, new characters?
Brand new story, brand new characters,
Bless.
brand new system.
I mean, to be fair, like Fire Emblem to me, I've played similar games, so I never really got into the stories because I know that you
They're good.
and the missus play
There's
it.
a problem on the 3DS. We got Fire Emblem overload because in the matter of I think 5 or 6 years, we got 4 or 5 Fire Emblem
You
entries.
tone that shit down.
Yeah, so they took a break, new system, new everything for the Switch.
And
It
I
looks
just want
great.
to point this out with the rumor mill that's going on. From what I'm hearing, this is when it comes down to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Yeah.
This is just the taste of what's to come with Pokemon.
Yeah, they said that they're having a full-scale RPG Pokemon 2019 Switch
that's-
only.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's coming.
I'm ready for that.
Also,
What was the date for Let's Go?
Let's Go is
This year, isn't it December?
September, I think it is.
September.
I could be wrong on that.
Holy shit.
Look that one up because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to mislead the people on
One
that
moment, please.
because that's a big release. Also, while he's looking that up, anything notable for you? You're not really a Nintendo guy, so anything stand out for you?
Xenoblade Chronicles, the DLC they're
You like
dropping.
that?
Looked
I
really
want to
good,
play the
so-
first one first.
So in that trailer, I have to tell you that you have to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2
That
because
makes sense.
those characters have great stories and you want to experience those first. I'm not sure where you will be able to pick up this DLC, if it's going to be like a side thing that in the menu screen, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
select the story and
Mhm.
go into it, or if it's going to be something that you pick up in a quest somewhere or something. But as we get more information on that, we'll definitely know where they're going with that one. But yeah, that was a standout moment for me too. I didn't see that coming.
November 16th.
November 16th for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and
Also
Eevee.
close to my birthday.
That's another one I don't care about.
I mean, he cares about the game, and it's not his birthday.
Just not your birthday, right? Game I'm pretty hyped for.
Another standout moment for me was Octopath Traveler.
Mm,
Any moment I get to see that game until its release
that's next
is
month.
great. It is next month. I cannot wait for that game. I've been waiting for that
I'm
game.
going to put that.
And they announced a brand new demo, which is coming out this month on the 23rd, I think it is. Brand new demo going up onto the eShop. So we'll be getting that one, testing it out. And a good thing about them is that with the last demo, they took all of our feedback and made changes to the game. So I'm assuming that they're probably wanting to play test it again and maybe do a couple of polishing changes before they do the full release. So that's an exciting title to look forward to as well. And that comes out next month in July. Any other notable moments for Nintendo for you?
Oh, pretty much that was it for me.
One for me was the reveal for Super Mario Party.
Oh, shit, yeah. Oh, I
That
completely
looks
forgot
pretty
about that.
awesome.
I don't know. Some gaming company called that one, so I'm not too shocked, honestly.
I didn't call it like this, though.
Still counts.
Ooh, the double switches.
Having
That's
multiple
insane.
switches
That
together
was
to
pretty
create
cool
a game
looking, I'm not
board
gonna lie.
that's using the Switch in a
I'm
completely
just saying.
new
Can
way.
it use multiple?
We have, like-
more than
They
two?
had-
Can it use
I don't
3
know.
or 4?
We don't know.
I was going to
Can it
say,
use
we have,
8? Can we
we
have
have,
a
like-
giant
We could have a
Switch
full-size
board?
game board. That would be so cool.
That
And
would be cool.
If we're sitting here with Joy-Cons and we have this display, will they all turn into one giant screen when we go into the mini games?
that would be insane.
And it's like we're doing a tabletop, and the mini games are always like
And
top down.
I do
or
like how
something
they did
that.
it. Like, they just put their finger and then they connected it whichever direction it's supposed to
Just like
connect
that,
to.
yeah.
It looks so brilliant.
Oh, it's so
Looks
good.
so good.
Yeah, so and that's coming out this year. So
Something
it's
to
getting a
take
fall
look at.
release, a winter release. I apologize.
Oof.
So yeah, that's and that's something that I do like about Nintendo. They reveal stuff and they release it. So,
Yeah, they're pretty good on that.
Yeah.
Unlike some people without dates.
Yikes.
Yeah, some weird conference that sucks.
Rhymes with
those were-
Tony.
Those were the good things that we liked about E3 this year.
And
Now
some
we're
of
going
the
to
things-
get
Oh, we're going into that
we're going
now.
right into our awards.
We already
So-
went through our dislikes, so
Yeah, you heard the dislikes, and if you don't forget on YouTube, we have all of our reaction videos from the conferences. Be sure to go to our YouTube page and listen to those. So let's get right into our E3 awards. The first is Game of the Show. Now here
This
are
is
the
difficult.
possible games for us to give this award to. The games are Anthem, Ghost of Tsushima,
Mm.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or Fallout 76.
There's an or. We're picking one?
We pick one.
Oh, my God.
One game gets the award. Brett has given me his list.
It's some weird proxy. It's happening right now.
There's a guy.
I'm his brother, by the way.
He-
Kevin's his proxy. All right, whatever.
He has said his pick is Anthem.
Who would have fucking guessed? Shocking.
I'm in a state of catatonic shock at that announcement, Kevin.
It's amazing.
All right. so-
Truly unbelievable.
Personally,
Jake, go ahead.
Ghost.
Ghost of
Ghost.
Tsushima.
All right. Kevin.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Fallout 76.
Ghost of Tsushima wins
Ghost of
anyways.
Tsushima wins the award for best game of the show. And that is only because of the fantastic display. It was the best looking game.
It ran.
It was not a trailer.
It was not a next gen.
There was no
it's
release
coming in.
date.
It doesn't
There
matter.
was no
It's
release
coming.
date.
It's coming next year.
Fallout 76 is coming in a couple months.
It was very difficult for me to choose, but
I
I've
respect
never
your decision.
seen
I disagree
a
heavily.
presentation like that.
I'm ready. I'm ready for Fallout 76, but
I
Ghost.
fear that in Ghosts, I'm going to die because I'm just looking around.
You're gonna be like, "Oh, this is too good."
It's going to happen. I see it. I already know it's going to happen.
Look
I'm
at this
gonna be
guy
like-
in horseback
at
coming
this
towards me.
landscape.
It's so
And-
beautiful.
In the other developer video, this is kind of what sealed the deal for me. Do you guys
We should have
remember?
done a game of the year without release date and a game of the year with a release date, but
Well, then-
I'll let it go.
I would have picked Fallout if that were the case.
Acceptable.
If, like, in this walkthrough, this sealed the deal for me. If you remember in the video when he got onto the horse, or before he got onto the horse, when he walked up to the cliff edge and he did a scan of the area,
Yep.
Mhm.
the developer, Sucker Punch, said, "We did this part on purpose because we wanted you to see the simplicity but authenticity of Japan, feudal Japan, and for you to realize and understand you are going to explore the way you want on this island."
That's beautiful.
So this scan that we did, this pan that we did, is for you to know that everything you see here is your island to play in.
Everything the light touches.
When he said that, this is what gave me the nod for this game. You have a rebuttal?
Well, Fallout 76 is the same thing. As soon as you stepped out of the vault, the light cleared and you had
I
that
know.
beautiful autumn forest in front of you.
It
You
looks
bet-
so good.
Hold on.
I agree. Ghost is going to be a fantastic game. And
I just
if
couldn't.
it had a release date, I would have said Ghost of Tsushima. But it didn't, so I couldn't give it to it.
Next award. So Ghost of Tsushima wins our game of the show. Biggest announcement award. And now here are
This is a given.
Cyberpunk 2077, Elder Scrolls 6, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 25-minute reveal, Resident Evil 2 remake.
Really, that's you, isn't it? You chose that one.
Here's
That's a huge deal.
alternate that I was going to go with, actually. New Xbox confirmed.
No, it's not. That's not
It's
an
huge.
announcement. Dude. That's just saying that they're. That's a.
Were those all the options, though?
These are the options.
So, what was Brett's proxy choice? Did you have to
This
ask
is a
him?
little hurtful, I'm going to be honest.
Brett votes Elder Scrolls 6.
Ugh, wah, wah.
Jake,
Cyberpunk 2077.
Kevin?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Wow.
It's a draw. Did not foresee this.
Wow.
The awards will be both given
Yeah,
to
fucking A.
Cyberpunk 2077
Damn right.
and Elder Scrolls.
What
6.
was your
Both games that are coming out next gen.
So it's just because you're
For sure.
Bethesda is the big thing.
The thing with this, Skyrim came out 7 years ago.
Yeah, maybe more.
2011, I believe, was the release date of Skyrim.
Yeah, it might have been 2010. I thought.
Right around there. 7-8 years. I've been waiting for this announcement.
Did you mention those clouds?
The clouds were better than real life, honestly. I knew it was going to be next gen. Todd Howard pretty much confirmed it like 2 years ago.
Well, no, he said it. Yeah.
So I've always known that, so I really didn't see it coming. I knew Cyberpunk 2077 was going to be here, so that just felt like a bigger announcement to me.
So here we go with the next category, which is Biggest Shock Award. The biggest shocking moment.
Sony's trash.
The
conference.
categories are Cyberpunk 2077. Microsoft saying 50 games, 18 exclusives, 15 world premieres, and announcing they're working on the next-gen console.
Ugh.
Kingdom Hearts 3 PS4 bundle. Or Sony's disaster of a conference. Brett weighed in and chose Microsoft.
Microsoft.
It is unanimous. Microsoft gets the biggest shock award.
Folks, you have no idea how much that hurt me to say that.
Next is the most awkward moment award.
Oh, fuck.
I'll announce it right now. Sean Layden's weird church congregation jokes. That
Folks,
takes it.
He doesn't know.
Welcome.
I don't know what is on this list.
He has
but
no idea what's
I'm
on this
gonna
list.
assume it's that.
So the most awkward moment, here's what we have. Ubisoft leaving microphones on.
That was pretty fucking
funny.
awkward.
I like that.
We fucking nailed it. Yeah.
Battlefield developers receiving one clap for their Battle Royale
That
announcement.
was another funny one.
Bethesda opening with a band and the crowd didn't respond.
Also funny.
And finally, Sony's entire conference, including Sean Layden's opening speech.
Well, we know my
Brett
vote.
voted for Sony. Brennon votes for Sony.
Devolver.
They are not
No.
an option.
No,
But
They are not a conference.
definitely not.
Lootboxcoin.com. Sony, probably. It was bad.
Unanimous.
Devolver, though?
The next one is Conference of the Show.
Fuck.
Microsoft.
We have Nintendo, Microsoft, Bethesda, Ubisoft.
I thought we were going to have Sony in there as a joke.
They don't even make the list this year.
What's Brett choose?
Let's just announce the unanimous Microsoft
Brett
decision
chooses Microsoft.
What do you choose?
Microsoft.
What do you choose?
now. Microsoft.
Devolver?
Microsoft wins E3.
Microsoft.
And now, the final category. The biggest letdown award.
Game or
The
conference
biggest
itself?
letdown
Letdown,
of
period.
E3.
Let's hear them.
The nominees are Sony, No Others Needed.
Oh, God, no.
All This one's difficult.
Lack of release dates and more content in the post-show and then live streams and actual conference are a shoe-in for Sony being the absolute worst moment
So
of E3
fucking
this year.
painful. Ow.
Yes,
was
they
rough.
have 4 incredible games coming out, but we already knew they were coming out, and we didn't get much for details in any of the 4 major games they
Even
were
Spider-Man,
planning on
which
talking about.
Has a release date. They didn't put the release date
They
on it.
still didn't show the release.
What does
date.
that even mean?
They said they were going
Delayed.
for a different experience this year. They sure as fuck did.
They did. It was
It
different.
was painful.
There will be firings. That is a promise.
Well, guys, that's our show for this week. I want to thank you all for listening, and I also want to thank you guys for being on the panel. Remember to head over to patreon.com/TSGG and check out the levels that we have. Subscribe if you can so we can continue to make better content for you. And if you can't, that's okay too. You just have to wait a few more days, and you can find us on all of the podcast services out there for free. Have a good week, everybody. Happy gaming.
Happy gaming.
Enjoy your life.
There you go.